Hi guys, it's Mike. Welcome back to episode 3 of Kerbal Space Program. Yeah, we had a bit of a failure to get into orbit last turn. Last little go. We did make a couple of other contracts, but let's go and quickly check. Active should just be orbit, yeah. Might go for one of these visual surveys if we get desperate. Like I said, that's splashdown. TT38, that's the circular one. Yeah, we're going to take this, you know. I'm going to take that. Not just for the funds boost, but if I just slap an extra decoupler on, if I've got the spare parts, then when we do come down, we'll more than likely come down in the water. I've been to the Space Centre and picked up all our stragglers, and it turns out all together with all the stray craft we had all over the place, we've got 47 points to spend. So we could get advanced rocketry, which is these engines. I quite like these engines. Maybe decouplers. Struts will be useful later on. But I think we're going to go for this now. And we're going to store our points. A rainy day heading towards one of these. Probably the Science, to be honest. Radar altimetry sensor. Yeah, they are nice. It's a mod, it's the ScanSat mod. It's yeah, it's not a game changer at all, you don't really pick up much from it, but it's just fun to do. It just makes the game a little bit more realistic for me. Yeah, look, we're going to go and do a fundraising campaign as well. Now that we can do this, we can only do one, but we are going to trade reputation for cash. We can't change our commitment, that's it. Never mind, we'll do that. We can have up to 3 strategies if we upgrade the building, I think, if I remember right. Yeah. I mean, what building do you guys upgrade first? I mean, personally, I'm thinking about upgrading the Launchpad first, and then we got a 140 ton. We still got the 30 parts, but it'll be a 100 and odd ton, and that's a lot of money. But we can go up to 255 parts. See, what hit me on the last one wasn't the part count, it was the weight. So I'm inclined to upgrade this first, as soon as we get into orbit, basically, and then I can start maybe sending up some bigger and better things. Certainly ain't going to the moon on 20 odd tons. Look at you, you disgusting space vehicle. It's the TT38 cannon, let's just remind myself. Right, it's this one. Yeah, oh. Actually, we didn't need to buy that then. I'm going to throw away this in complete disgust. And then what we're going to go is like this. I'm not going to worry about multi-staging it, because then we've got to lug up a second engine. It's just going to add so much delta B. Let's see if we can do it on this. Well, Stats. 17 vacuum. Same. Let's go with this one. Yeah, but we're going to be throttled down a lot of the time anyway. Let's go with this one. Take the goo canisters off because there's not much science to be had. On the way down from my failed orbit attempt, I managed to grab the science for those couple of biomes we missed, mainly high altitude and that. With 2 symmetry for the moment. So maybe 2 or 3 and how high? About there. Oh, big boosters. Let's see if we can take them. If we can get into orbit with a massive pencil rocket, yeah, it's going to have to be a 2-stage. It's going to have to be. Without upgrading the weight, there is no way to put boosters on this thing unless we have a tiny little. We've had a tiny little ship. It's still going to be over, I think. These things weigh 7 tons each or something like that. We'll just stick them to the side. 2 tons, let's see what's still over. These boosters will get us into orbit. Definitely, but we ain't going into orbit. We ain't going into orbit, not with boosters anyway. So that's 11 tons. We could always just slap on some more fuel. Take the heaviest engine we got. Hope for the best. Two more tons left. Let's put a bit more on the second stage. Maybe one of those small tanks. .9. We cannot argue with that. Look, I'm not even getting capital letters right. Yeah, if this don't work, I might have to head to the drawing board for a little bit and see what the hell is what, or just try and get some local science done, if you see what I mean, like some local orbital surveys and stuff, and see if we can earn a few bucks that way and get the Launchpad upgraded. But I pretty much reckon we're not going into orbit without boosters, I don't think. So it's lifting. Mind you, I have been into orbit with rockets like this, but not with that 20 ton or 18 ton limit. That's hefty, that limit. This is fine, I think we can do this. It's fine. You with me, Will? Yeah, we're going to do this. Orbit this time, yeah? You listening, Will? 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 Come on, answer me. Come on, babe. We're going into orbit, aren't we? I've figured out what this is. This is Kerbal Chatterer. I've got the new update, I haven't put it in yet. I don't think it changes much. The game seems to work fine. It seems to work fine with the game as it is. So I haven't rushed the update on that. We're going pitifully slow, but the more throttle, the faster we burn through the fuel, and if I have it full throttle all the way up, we'll never make all of it. Oh, boosters, I miss you. I used to be the Kerbal way, you know, in the old days. Just, if you didn't fly, just put more boosters on it. And now, yeah, more boosters, we're agreed with me. More boosters. But boosters aren't an option, Mel. Boosters are definitely not an option. As soon as this is a genuine orbit attempt, we'll start a slightly early gravity turn, and then it pull over by about 10k. Right, let's go over now, eh? Let's get that horizontal going. Just picking up speed nicely for the outer bit. We should pick up even more speed once we get through this bit of the atmosphere. Will, are you paying attention? Oh, don't look over there. Controls, mate, controls. Get on with controls. I'm not super confident. I'm not super confident. As soon as we show about 80,000, maybe we'll go up to 100, but to me 80,000 would be good enough. Still don't think we'll make all of it. Keep your attention on the job. This is highly improbable, but you never know. It's through the thick part of the atmosphere anyway. So we can afford to do a little bit more horizontal, try and get this forward speed up without burning through all of our fuel immediately. Without falling out of the sky either. Very calculated risk, this. Very calculated. Still not 100% sure we're going to make an orbit though. Let's just keep it up so we don't lose too much altitude. It's mostly horizontal. This could work for us. Just going to cut it and coast. I've got space anyway. I'm not going in the right direction for an orbit. I've got all the science from up here. So I didn't bother bringing the science pods along. I'm just going to wait till we get up to our apoapsis. Time skip it, I think. A very gentle burn because we're not in atmosphere at all, so we're getting our best in the engines. But hopefully I've saved enough fuel not belting it up here. We can make that fuel count. Tiny little burns at apoapsis. And I'm gently just going to coax it into orbit. Softly, softly catching monkey. Is she going to go? Oops, didn't realise I was pointing over there. Won't make a hell of a difference, but will make a difference. Come on, you bitch, just pop an orbit for me. There we go. What, 70,000 just outside the atmosphere, and we should only need a tiny little squirt just to bring us down. I'm just going to make sure I save that tiny little squirt. Josh got the slowest, minuscule amount of thrust going at the moment. We're approaching it. Yes, we've done it. At the throttle. We are still within the range that we will get atmospheric drag. So this is a decaying orbit. Yes. We have our orbit. Now we might be able to get a bit of slightly different science. It's a shame we can't get out. No, still nothing. We can't get out because if we could get out, we could do EVA reports above places, which is going to generate a bit of science. But yeah, we made all of it, that's good. But, my god, only by exploiting physics really, just judging the right amount of fuel and just judging the right amount of thrust. We got 24, average of about 25 units of fuel then. I could deorbit right now actually. Yeah, that might bring us down over a landmass. Yeah, we do a quick retrograde burn. Achieved our main objective. Whoa there, Nelly. Down to about 30. Burn up. We should land around there. With a bigger ship, we'd be able to deorbit above, around about here, and then use vectoring and the airline and just adjust our course a bit and maybe land it very close to the space centre. And we're not going to do that this time. There's no science to be had up here, I think. Might use this last squirt of fuel just to see. Just to make sure we land properly on land, if you see what we catch my drift. Yeah, would ideally like to land on land so I can get out and get those extra science points. Mind you, we can only go up to 95 anyway. I think we're pegged at that. See what's going on. How's it going with you, Will? Oh, nice sunny day. Can't do any EVAs, can't do any career reports, can't do nothing except re-enter. Oh, shut up, why don't you get a bit more skill? No, never brought your mother into it. Do this all the time, have conversations with the Kerbals. Well, that was a very skimpy, fucking low budget orbit. To be honest, if I'd have spent any more fuel stabilising the orbit, we'd never have got there. That was like the barest minimum of orbits. Right, all we need to pay attention to now is whether we're coming down over land or sea. There is not a lot to do about it. Nah, so we're out of fuel anyway before I even managed to push over that way. Bye bye. Yeah, I won't bother getting out because we ain't going to be able to get a water surface sample. We've already got through report EVA. And Kerbin's Oceans only give you the one, that's it, one biome, I think. Go double check that, maybe, but I think it's one biome. Yeah, we got our orbit, but we didn't get much else. Yeah, they really have hamstrung you a lot, but you know, that's good. They haven't just handed you everything on a plate and said, there you go, go off and have fun. You know, there's rules, regulations and limits. I like that. I like that in the game. If there isn't, you know, a little bit of pervasive peril and, you know, a smattering of permanent impending death, then it's not really worth playing. Yeah, go play dominoes. Oh, we did get a crew report. Interesting. I thought we already had one of those. Alright, we might get some crew improvement to Will. Kerbin's water. Recovery of a vessel from orbit non-science. One propellant back. Yeah, 1 XP. What does that give us? Nothing. And pilot. We've now got stability assist, which is what we had, and prograde retrograde hold. Maybe if we had some 2-man capsules, we could take these guys up. Give them a little bit of experience. Alright. How you doing, dude? Oh, we got this radio decoupler splashdown. Smaller moon. Good news though, we do have 103. So we've definitely got enough to upgrade the Launchpad. And then orbit can become a pretty much commonplace occurrence. Because it's not the parts, it's the weight. I firmly believe that, and then we can maybe upgrade our patch conics stuff, the tracking station later. I think. Let's see where these visual surveys are. Because if we can reach orbit, you can fucking reach anywhere. That's the thing, that's why there was that Cold War race to reach orbit. You can reach orbit, you can reach anywhere on the planet. Canyon's Trough. I always wondered how they ate. Kentucky Fried Trough. Perimeter. Now, these are quite small areas to might look big, but you got to actually get a specific spot. This one ain't far away though. Now if we could get some planes on the go, that would be nice. But we have a severe lack of plane parts. We haven't even really got the basic ones. I mean that winglet. You're going to fly around the planet on the fucking winglet. Let's give us something else, guys. If we can afford this, these wings have lift and they stack. Choose at your own risk. Vaguely wing-shaped ball. When we get this cockpit, we also get these stay put next, which means we can launch something, say for crew recovery in orbit. We can launch an unmanned and we'll slap one of these on top of a command pod and send it up. This is an interesting one. We can do space planes, it's an interesting one. And it gives us these winglets which do help with control and stability. Them other little ones back here, put them on your rocket at your own peril. Haven't bought these parts yet. Okay, we'll go ahead and do that now anyway. Science, but again we're going to hit that science wall anyway, and we're going to hit a cash wall as well. advanced rocketry. Not so useful. My ship with only 30 parts. Oh, God. Batteries are very useful. This is a bit of a dilemma, guys. I'm going to finish up in a few minutes anyway. Not sure what the timing is on this episode. I forgot to set a watch. So I'm going to think about that. I'm going to have a little think about the science. But for now, what we are going to do, we are going to upgrade this. Don't need more contracts because I don't need to do them one at a time, unless you're after farming advanced funds. Don't need more crew, we need more plane parts, but we do need this patch conics I can live without for a little while, at least till we talk about going to the moon. But we ain't going to the moon without this. You know, I did think this would be like tracking would be the first thing I upgraded, but that's a lie. It's going to be that. It's going to be the first thing that I upgrade. Can't really do it without it. Right, anyway guys, we did get orbit, and we'll start off again on the next episode, and we'll see how far we get. I may accept the moon contract, do the splashdown contract, get that out of the way. These are all in flight, there's no landed. And 2 surveys which we need plane parts for. Yeah, I think that's what I might do actually when we come back. Will be do the splashdown contract. And then go to the moon. Oh, maybe I might have somebody in orbit. That's the first time I've ever gone into orbit and then done this, and there hasn't been some idiot who fell out of his spaceship. That's a first. It's an absolute first. So now we're freed of our weight limit. We just have a part limit now. We've only got 14 and 30, so we could double the size of this. If you see what I mean, I could put 2 of these together and we can certainly do those boosters now. I could do those boosters now on top of this, now that we've upgraded that launch pad. Let's have a quick check of that before I sign off. Maybe triple symmetry for a minute. It's going to damage me. Whoa, we are going to the moon. That on its own will get us a moon flyby. We won't land on the moon unless I make this top stage smaller and put an engine and landy parts, which we haven't got yet. But we are certainly doing a flyby of the moon with that, and that is going into orbit no matter what. That is going into orbit with a shed load of fuel left. I could even put the small engine on it, get our max fuel efficiency out of this section. We can certainly take some goo canisters, maybe upgrade, get the science module, take that to the moon. I think I might even have enough spare parts to put nose cones on. There we go. We could do force symmetry, but that's just being fucking greedy. I can afford to knock a bit now. I've got 3 of these and I can afford to knock the fuel out of it. That's not the fuel actually, let's do thrust limit. Make them burn for longer. Maybe 75%. Now we should all have 75%. Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking that. We've still got plenty of parts and plenty of to stick some science on. I'm going to save this and then maybe off camera I'll go off and spend some science points. Come back, maybe we'll have a science junior possibly, or if I can get some feet, maybe we'll start developing a... I like to develop my lander stages with the launcher because you know, I know it's going to get up then. No point in developing this great lander and then you haven't got the part or weight limit for a launcher to get it up. Bit of a nightmare. So we're not in orbit 2. But yeah, we'll go for orbit 3. It's a totally different design. It's not really Orbit 2 Mark II, it's a new design, so crew, stick our best man in, yep. I'll get these guys some experience. Orbit 3, we are going into space. Yeah, when we come back, and I've spent those science points, maybe have a piddle around, look at the contracts, and then we'll go launch something. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Bye.